Okay, so I had to share something real quick.
Mm.
So Nancy and I have been talking with each other, about manifesting things and, what we want to be, feel, experience, and stuff like that. And it just occurred to me not that long ago today, that is what the whole air guitar thing is all about. So I used to be super embarrassed thinking, oh my God, what if I get caught playing air guitar?
No.
And that's what helped me sync up with knowing what I wanted to feel when I would one day get to be on stage doing music myself.
Exactly.
And of course, when you get to be on stage for real, it's like you either get lost in it or you start overthinking, oh God, what if they hate my music? Oh
Don't
God.
do that. Stop.
That's called stage fright.
No.
I'm drinking essential oil right now. What are you drinking?
Me? I've had a day. I'm not going to say a bad day because it has not been a bad day. I'm working on that workshop and I want it done August 1st, and it was in really good shape to be done August 1st, and then I accidentally deleted it today and rebuilt it. So I'm having a Pacifico and lime.
That's my favorite. Good for you.
But I'm ahead of where I was this morning, so yay.
Yay. And Randy, you had something to share.
Oh, Vacation Bible School. That was it. Otherwise, I don't know what he had to share. I asked a question and he answered it.
Could not have been better. Yay. Ooh, big wins. Potential unwins that turned into wins. Pacifico at the end of the day is a win.
That's it. And what we're talking about on Friday, my workshop in the end will help with that. So there you go.
Cool.
Kind of.
Hey, Angela.
Hello.
So that's what Tom's going to be playing.
I'm not really playing anything tonight. It's just for show. It's just a prop, really.
It's just a prop.
That's all it is. It's just a prop.
So,
he likes the head behind me. It's Kennedy. I've gone crazy with them. But it's part of my book, so Kennedy has a purpose.
You guy behind you? Where did you get him from, Angie?
That one actually Amazon. Could be eBay, but it was Amazon. And yeah, it's in my book, so.
Is there a mask of you by chance yet?
I've had to use like 10 masks to be me because it's an autobiography. So you have to age me. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, that's part of the weirdest thing is matching masks to people to try to cover. It was going really well until I got to my mother, and then it was like, ooh, I had to take a day or two.
Man.
So where's the guest?
I'm not really sure, and I was gonna Gmail him. I just got that. I never knew that I'm gonna email him is really I'm gonna Gmail him because I'm on Gmail. Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to send him the link again, just in case. This will and this is the link we are at. So, Tom, what's your great win this week? Today?
Great win this week?
Just today.
Oh, let's see.
Unless you can talk today.
Lesson that I learned today?
Wow, he totally missed the question.
What was the
What was the greatest lesson that I learned this week? That's funny. Hey, look,
this week?
Frankie.
I learned how to put up a tent this week properly. I also learned how to surf. I learned how to wrestle with a lion, mountain cat, and I learned how to punch my chest and to disappear in a cloud.
Nice.
I learned all those things. But unfortunately, I don't have.
I can't
demonstrate it. So.
No, I want to be able to do it with my own chest. And maybe some other spot, because it's not really much fun to punch yourself in the chest when you're a girl.
Pretend. It's not real. I mean, I don't
darn it.
Not just any cloud, the cloud. So, all right. So, hey, today we're here to talk about David Bash, right? All right. So,
an international pop overthrow. So this was
international man of pop overthrowness.
Right. So I can tell you a little bit about international pop overthrow according to Wikipedia. Why don't you actually?
Well, I don't need Wikipedia to tell you about IPO.
Oh, really?
It stands for Initial Public Offering, and
that's it.
A Wall Street. Oh, that's a different. International Pop Overthrow.
Okay.
Is an American-originated festival devoted to power pop music and related genres. I would have never known that had you not pulled up Wikipedia. Taking its name from Material Issue's 1991 album of the same name, the festival began in 1998. So Waking Hours, we played the very first year. How about that? I had no idea. I thought it was the second year.
I did too. I played at the gig.
Yeah, we played at Luna Park, which was actually probably a lot more exclusive.
So are you saying that David Bash likes you more?
No, I'm just saying I've
known David Bash much longer than him.
Yeah, you live 3 miles away and I live 3,000 miles away, so we got the good gig. Now, I'm sure they're all great gigs when you play at IPO, especially the first one. That's a really big badge of honor.
Sure.
But anyway, it started in 1998, and ever since then it's been going strong. It used to just be in LA for a few years, and then it started to branch out. Different large cities, and now they're doing all kinds of places. Like they've got one in London and Liverpool.
Oh! I'm sorry. There's someone in the chat room that thinks it's a beer.
What? Thinks what?
IPO is a beer.
That's an IPA, a popular misconception that IPO. We're going to ask David when he comes on later. I understand there's a possibility. No, he doesn't brew. But if he did IPO IPA, how awesome would that be?
So if you have a logo for that, then definitely you can pitch that to him. Okay,
so back to Wikipedia.
Uh-huh.
So basically, and of course we're reading all this, but we should just ask him. But he was a former school teacher, which I did not know, and a power pop journalist. Probably didn't know, but probably not that far of a stretch. To congregate some of his favorite Beatles-inspired bands for live performances over a 1-week period in Los Angeles. Then it went to 2 weeks, and then it just went global. So you keep scrolling down here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All artists, both local and visiting, play a 30-minute showcase. Okay, maybe I think it's a little shorter than that.
Yeah, that would be for the high profile. Right. I think high profile get those.
And then
did.
Music venues such as Space on the El Rey, the Troubadour, would host these showcases, among others, in LA and Orange County. Since its inception, like we were talking about, he actually grew it, and you got to be pretty in awe of what he's done with this. The fact that he's grown this thing that he was just doing in Los Angeles, like the entire world. So kudos to you, David Bash, for a job well done.
Okay, and then from 97 through 2010, Not Lame Recordings released an annual CD compilation featuring the bands appearing at that year's festival. Not Lame is a very cool place to check out. I'll have the link to Not Lame at the replay, of course. And cool. Thanks, Randy.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you guys like to know where IPO is held at this time?
That's a big, long list. The only thing that's not in there is Terre Haute, Indiana.
That's not true. No, I'm kidding. Phoenix. You go.
Detroit.
Chicago.
Nashville.
You're going too fast. I'm not that fast.
Your font's too big.
Your mama.
That escalated fast.
I'm not gonna get
your font's too big.
No.
Mama Rachel will come in here and stop me.
No, because that was not at you. It was just like, seriously.
I totally get it.
Your font's too big.
I totally
hate you because your font's too big.
It did escalate fast.
Yeah. Escalated
Liverpool. Wait, did you say Nashville?
Nashville.
Liverpool.
Stockholm.
God, what is wrong with you?
Response too big.
Fuck.
All right, San Diego. It's actually a lot of people
Liverpool.
All right, Stockholm.
Liverpool.
I want to play Stockholm.
San Diego.
It's San Diego.
Okay.
Los Angeles.
San Francisco.
Portland.
Seattle.
Vancouver.
New York.
Boston.
Toronto.
Atlanta. Austin. That's a terrible Texas accent. And I live in Texas. All right, so hell,
He's
That's
going
a
like
lot.
all year long
Yeah.
with these.
so we'll have to ask him what some of his packing tips are. He
So-
doesn't travel light. Of course,
Oh.
because that pretty elaborate wardrobe.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions on IPO that we might be able to
I do.
answer?
Right. Angela's got a
It's
question.
got to be IPO
Does
related.
anybody
Not
play
IPA
all
related.
of those venues for it?
Well, when it was smaller, Jeremy was like.
Yeah, I think
the
Jeremy actually plays all of those
You-
festivals.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's finally. Yeah, Jeremy.
I'm
He-
just
he
kidding.
was-
I don't think he plays all of them, but he would.
Well,
you
no,
know,
it's grown so much. I don't
he's
think
probably.
anyone can.
That's a great question. Who holds the record for most IPO? And then my money is on Jeremy. A very
Who holds the
talented.
record?
It would be
Why didn't I
interesting
think
to know
Songwriter.
the average too, the average and the least. How many of them only play one? It's just
That's a good
interesting.
question.
We want to know the details. Inquiring minds want to know.
All right, so
Oh, who holds the record?
for the most IPO appearances, let's start a betting pool. I'm going to go with Jeremy.
I'm gonna go with Dave Rave.
Okay, you could. I
I'm
think
probably
that's a
gonna
long
lose.
shot.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good shot, but Jeremy may win that one.
See, I would say then the pop dudes, but they can't even hold a candle to Jeremy because I don't think they do.
I don't think they
double
travel.
performances. You're right, they don't. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Neither here nor there.
Okay, so Maroon 5 played IPO, so they're probably
I was
the
going to
most.
tell this whole elaborate story, and then you just.
I can always cut that out.
It's
Can
like
you start
5
over?
minutes.
Just start, okay, start over. I don't know what I just. Oh, I said the Furious 5
The Furious 5.
were marooned on a desert island, but that has nothing to do with anything. I'm sorry. Did you have a story to share?
I know. So we played in 1998. I'll tell you my personal story since Dave's not around.
And we'll cut that other part out.
So I got this email back in probably 97. My band put out our first CD. And I got an email. We sent it out for a lot of reviews and stuff. And one day I got this email from David Bash and said, hey, I didn't know who he was. And he says he's got this festival out in LA. And he would the Waking Hours be interested in coming out to play LA. Nobody ever asked us to play a festival before. We hadn't played in LA. And so we were like, yeah, let's just go to this festival we've never heard of. It looks pretty cool. We checked it out. Checked out the bill on the night that we were playing, which was a Saturday night right at this place called Luna Park, I think right down near the Troubadour. And there was a band on there called Cars Flowers that I really liked. They were a band, a really young band, and they just put out a CD with one of those big Warner Brothers or something like that. And so really dug their stuff. And we played a show with them, didn't know who they were. We met them. We got along pretty well and kept in touch. But they went on to become, a few years later, went on to become Maroon 5. And so they did quite nicely for themselves for playing IPO. Probably, I was going to ask David who were the biggest band that actually played an IPO that went on to stardom.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure they might be one of them.
Both ends are interesting. The biggest while they were at it, and then the biggest are the ones who became the biggest thus far.
You know, I think this particular plan, if David doesn't show up, will be part one. And this is the one we round out the list of questions. So this is good stuff, Angela. Keep it coming.
Yeah, this is great. We got better questions than I came up with, although mine were good. I do know that Randy's not here with us.
Because he didn't answer the question.
Uh-oh, Randy just bolted.
Okay, what was the last question?
No, I said because Randy didn't answer the question in the questions. Is that what you mean?
Oh.
Fabulous is
Right.
on, but not in. How do you?
He just
how do you get
calls in, right? He comes to the blab and calls in. Remember? Click call in, I think. Just like we did. Once he gets in, I mean, he should be able to do the same thing, I think.
What's the last festival you went to?
I don't think I've ever been to one.
Festival?
I really don't. Isn't that funny? That's really funny.
Wow.
I've had a chance kind of to go to, what's the one here? Bottle Rock, and I haven't. So I don't know. It's just never had that moment that put me over the edge where I said, I have to see that band. All of them were like, yeah, they're okay. Yeah, they're okay. And then the truth is, this year, I sat at my house and I heard all these people bitch about Bottle Rock. And I thought, man, I'm on the west side. I can't even hear it over here. It was like it wasn't happening.
Wow.
I know that's not good because, I mean, it's fun. Festivals are fun. Sadly, I will probably go to a medical marijuana one before a musical one, but I will go to a musical one.
What would they have at a medical marijuana one?
Oh,
what do they have there? Like, they probably sell merchandise.
And then
like
I think
aprons,
for the people who grow, they sell like plants for them to grow. And then, there's information and things. I don't know. I've never been to one. I know somebody who's been to one, and it's like, ooh, I want to go next time.
Wow. When's the next one?
I don't know because I haven't heard from him. He's been busy, but I'm hoping summer.
I'm gonna interview you for that. Okay, back to so IPO. What else can you tell? We've got some great memories. I remember when IPO was very small. Although it was never really small. That's the irony.
Huge, in my opinion.
That's what I mean. It was small because I say it was small because it was all here in LA.
50-pound baby.
It was
right
monstrous.
when it was born.
Everybody stayed at this hotel, and there was like a lavish party, and as it grew internationally, that's where I think it got bigger. But
I do have to say, because you're saying all these venues, right? So it's not the same as like a Bottle Rock. Bottle Rock, it's all at that one location. All the bands come there. All the people come there. They see it at that location. They do it for 3 days, whatever, and they go home, right? Yours, it sounds like it's more, and so, and I have actually been to one. I've been to Porch Fest in Napa, now that I think of it. But yours, where it's at these different venues and everything, I could see where you could be at that festival and not know it. So I could have been at a zillion festivals like that, because I have been to concerts, you know what I mean? So if you're not paying attention and you just want to see that band, what's to link them to that festival in the viewer's mind, you know what I mean? If you're not at a big venue saying blib 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 fest.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, it's
so I wouldn't even know. I could go to it and just say, well, I saw blah blah.
Yeah, it's a different festival. It's more of a spread out over a week. Usually one show.
Oh, even one
night.
show per night.
Yeah.
I'd have no clue.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I love about this lab. There's one he does, not in, where's the cavern?
In Liverpool.
Okay, then what's the other one in
Manchester?
Yeah, there's another.
London, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, the London. That one, I think he only has like 3 nights or something. It's like,
interesting.
Yeah, so it's all a learning.
And so you're playing that this year.
Right. I thought you meant, are you playing that?
IPO.
That's right. Sorry. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing
we
this
are
year. Playing. We're playing down in Huntington Beach at a place that used to be called Fitzgerald, but now it's, I can't remember what it's called, Surf Dog or something.
Something like that. Very beachy.
Yeah. And so looking forward to that. We've got a killer band we're starting rehearsals with next week. Brand new set of action-packed tunes.
Yay!
So I'm pretty
Lots of great bands. And the cool thing is that link that Randy put up is if you go there, you can hear some of the tracks that think from this year's compilation, or possibly last, or those that have put in for this year's compilation that no one's heard yet. And then it also shows the bands that are playing every city, I think, and there's a link to everybody. So if you're just curious about, I like that band's name, click on it. Yeah, you already know.
Right, exactly. But so yeah, well, we can talk a little bit about the festival, I guess.
What was your favorite? He's got a good story. Let's see if you pull up the story I was thinking.
Well, this guitar got broken in half at one of them right here, and Ricky did a horrible job putting it back together. I took it into the guitar repair shop, and the guy was just like, should have taken it here, my friend. And Ricky knew he's like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I fell asleep, I put the glue on, and I slept for 14 hours. And
oh, wow. It's
some story like that. But that's not, actually, that was a pretty horrible show that the Waking Hours did back in 2011.
What
venue? 10. What's the name of that place? The Knitting Factory in LA. And my favorite memory was probably, the first one was great. I love, you know, coming out in LA and being able to be part